Very safe and secure city. I'm sure everyone would enjoy the opportunity if they're visiting Barrie. You would consider staying and relocating here.
Up next, after the break, a long shot almost pulls off the miracle shot.
Roll down. Roll down. Get in the hole.
My name's Adam Spears and I won the Greater Vancouver Charity Classic. For me it was pretty much a dream come true since I was about 13 or 14 years old. I always wanted to win a Canadian Tour event. A lot of hard work and it was sure fun and I'd love to do it again soon.
It was a breakout year for a lot of new stars on the Canadian Tour. Another one of 8 first-time winners was Californian Daniel Im.
Daniel Im, 23 years old, Irvine, California, UCLA.
In his first start on the Canadian Tour, Im made a clutch birdie on the 72nd hole to win the Riviera Maya Classic. 2 tournaments later, he won again in Victoria. 2 wins and 3rd place on the Order of Merit made him a landslide winner of the Rookie of the Year.
I think I've matured a lot. I mean, starting from Cancun to all the way over here, so it's been great.
He began the year with a swing that reaffirmed his potential as a future PGA Tour winner. He ends the season with the experience to help him fulfill that ability.
And then all this experience I'm getting from the Canadian Tour, it's just been great. I mean, I just feel like I'm a better player already. I feel like I'm ready.
The personable 23-year-old began the 3rd round of the Canadian Tour Championship halfway toward his 3rd win of the season. He began with 2 perfect shots on the par 5, and then his game and confidence began to unravel.
It was a really tough day for me. Started with a 3-putt on the first hole, 3-putt par, and then I made a great birdie, but it was just really nothing going all day. I wasn't hitting it as well as I should have been, and I wasn't putting as well, and then I was just keep making dumb stuff.
An inexplicable pull on the par 5 9th would cost him the solo lead.
On 9 I hit a great drive and I hit a 4-iron and I chunked it into the bush, into the trees, and that just cost you about 1.5 shots. It was a tough day, so hopefully it goes well tomorrow.
The super slugger from Saskatchewan, Graham Dillette, moved into the lead at 13 under. But then a wild and wayward drive on 9 put him in the deepest, darkest part of National Pines. Free Trouble started a string of 5 bogeys in 6 holes. That dropped him seemingly out of it at 8 under. Till he soared back into the title race with the drive of the year on the 340-yard 15th. It nearly turns into the longest hole-in-one of all time on the Canadian Tour, stopping a foot short of history. The eagle and a late birdie would put him 11 under, 2 out of the lead, and tied with the season-long Player of the Year, John Ellis. He had to step up his game to hold on to that title.
Kind of thought I'd be able to kind of coast, the chances of them finishing 1-2 were pretty tough, even as good as they are. So it'll be really fun now, where the 3 of us have a chance to win, and there's a lot riding on tomorrow, so it should be fun.
The Big Three will have some unexpected company in the final round. After a year of disappointment, Tom Stankowski proved there's nothing more dangerous than a desperate man. Running out of money, he finally found his old magic.
Got my back's against the wall and got to do it. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. I switched putters and it started rolling it really well, and that's the difference. I've been striking it well and putting poorly, and now I'm not striking it as good, but I'm putting better, so weird game.
Stankowski wound up 13 under, tied with playing companion Wes Heffernan, who discovered the incentive he needed to perhaps produce the victory he needs to jump ahead of Ellis to the top of the Order of Merit.
That's the 3rd day in a row I've had a player in my group play really well and start making a bunch of birdies, and you kind of feed off that, and I started to make a couple of my own and started to claw my way back and try to keep up with him.
Third round 67s by Heffernan and Stankowski give them a one-shot lead heading into the final day of the richest tournament of the year. Stay tuned. After the break, still wondering who'll win the great race of '08. Started 6 months ago in California. After swinging through Mexico and across Canada, it all comes down to the final round of the final tournament, where we find out which one of the 3 stars will be the Rolex Player of the Year.
I'm number 1 on the Order of Merit.
I'm number 2 on the Canadian Tour Order of Merit.
I'm number 3 on the Order of Merit.
The drama increases as the sky is lowered. Rookie sensation Daniel Im is the first to make a run at the leaders, almost eagling the opening par 5. The bird got him a share of the lead at 13 under, but the 23-year-old Californian was affected more than anyone by the cool, wet weather. He'd shoot 77, his worst round of the year. The crafty veteran John Ellis showed why he's been number 1 all year. Starting the day 2 back, he quickly cuts the lead in half with a birdie on 2 and stays at 12 under with a pressure par putt on the 3rd. But the steadiest player on tour was headed for a shaky end to a brilliant season. A shank followed by a chip-in for bogey typified a day with more downs than ups. He shot 72 to finish 4th.
I think I had 1 par on the back 9, so obviously I haven't done that all year. It's probably the worst 9 I've played all year, so that was a little frustrating.
54-hole leaders Wes Heffernan and dark horse Tom Stankowski did not stay tied at 13 under for long. The Calgarian, Heffernan, grew up playing in all kinds of bad weather. That experience did not help him on this miserable day.
It was brutal at the start. Kind of got windy and cold and rainy, and I felt like I had too many layers on at the start, and I just wasn't swinging that well, and a little bit nervous to start, as you are in the final round winning the lead. And took some layers off, and the weather got a little better, and started hitting the ball much better.
With the big 3 struggling to hit fairways and greens, the forgotten man in the Final 4, 43-year-old Stankowski, just kept plodding along, playing better than anyone from tee to green, motivated by desperation, fighting for his playing life and a paycheck.
I know I can win. It's just putting it all together and not getting caught up in all the negative and, oh my God, I'm running out of money and I'm doing this and doing that.
The Arizona State star took dead aim at his first title, birdieing 8 and 9 to take a 2-shot lead to the back 9. To knock Ellis off the top of the Order of Merit, Heffernan needs to win and mounts one final charge.
It was weird coming down the stretch. I was pressing so hard to try to win this tournament because I was not only trying to win this tournament, but I think if I won, I might have won the Order of Merit. It's kind of a weird feeling trying to win more than one thing at the same time.
Another challenger emerged from the weeds. The powerful birdie or bust style of Graham Dillette paid off with a sensational late dash for the lead.
It was one of those days where it could have gone either way, and it happened to kind of just stay in the middle and didn't get real good, and it didn't get real bad. And I figured if I could make 2 or 3 coming in, I'd have a chance.
The Boise State star from Saskatchewan birdied 17 to get within 1 shot. A perfect drive on 18 sets the stage for another spectacular finish for the Montreal Open champ.
But it was an 8-iron instead of a 6, and I just rolled the wind in perfect, and I knew as soon as I hit it that it could be good. I didn't think it was going to be quite that close, but it's nice to just kick them in on 18 for birdie.
Dillette could have been leading the tournament, if not for his honesty, calling a penalty on himself when his ball moved as he addressed an eagle putt way back on the very first hole.
It was rainy and my putter kind of slipped and I moved the ball, so I had to take a stroke penalty. I made a great putt to save par though after that, so that was nice.
There were no regrets for Mr. or Mrs. Dillette as they waited to see if he'd be in a playoff, with the leaders still to finish their up and down day. Symbolically, the sun broke out to provide a shining spotlight on the final twosome of the year. Tied for the lead at 14 under, Stankowski continued to hit the ball straighter than anyone, but when he blew a golden chance to take the lead on 16, everyone was ready to write off his chances and maybe his career. Everyone